Right, hey guys, this is a quick video on some of the changes that I've made to planets and moons. It's actually to all celestial entities, so it kind of affects debris and stars as well, but mainly it's planets and moons at the moment. So if we select something, we now have more of a similar interface to like what I made the other week for our spaceship, so we can pan around here. We can also do that now on surface maps, which means we can have much bigger worlds, and we can also zoom in and out now on worlds too, which allows us to have way bigger worlds than we had before. So the next thing is we have overlays now too. So I'll start with this one, which looks a bit funny, but this is the daytime, nighttime kind of scale. So here, the reason it has this curve like this is because in the northern hemisphere, you'll see that the nighttime is essentially non-existent, like sun comes down to the horizon and then it sort of comes straight back up again. And in the southern hemisphere at the moment, we have full, like 6 months of nighttime. So I might make this variable over the time. At the moment, it's sort of static, other than, like, it does track across the surface. So if we were to look at the time here, right? Each tile now has local time. So it's, I don't know, I'll pick this tile here, right? It's just gone past 1 in the afternoon, which is, I can't actually pan anymore that way because it's off the world. I want to make these maps loop around, but that's a whole nother thing. Then if we were to pick here for contrast, right, this is like in the middle of the night, 2 in the morning, and then going further this way, we're coming up 6 in the morning. And that is relevant because we have temperatures. So if we look at this overlay, and we turn this off for a second. So these would be like the estimated daytime temperatures for the surface at this location. So on a mountain Arctic, which blends into a hill, the temperature range is, that's what it would be expected to be in the day. And then at night, it would be quite a bit colder. And then if we look at this, this is our actual current temperature. And if we turn on our daytime, nighttime view on this overlay, you can kind of see like these temperatures here. I'll put refresh on so it's refreshing in real time. Right, so this is our nighttime temperature, which kind of approximates what it would be estimated to be. And then over here, it's a bit warmer. So if it were night over here, that's kind of more like what it would be. But we are in daytime, so that's why the temperature is like that. So on a terrestrial world, it's not such a big deal, but if you were to, say, explore, is this a frozen moon, right? And you've got your crew here, in the daytime, they might be able to achieve some mission, but if they're here for several hours and it progresses into night, I mean, you can see the temperature here at night is going to be unbearably cold. So you'd kind of want to land in the daytime, do whatever it is that you need to do with your crew, take off, and then leave before night comes. So little things like that are really going to be something you'll need to consider when you're playing the game. Right, so back on this world, we also have magnetism. Now this is a little bit too randomized at the moment. I want this to be more like, see in our temperature overlay, you get nice little clusters of high and lows. Whereas this is very randomized. So that should be more like that. Essentially, this will be used for finding bodies of ore, like nickel, copper, iron, different sort of ferrous metals and things. And then here we have gravity. So you'll be able to find heavier metals like leads and uraniums and things. You'd be more likely to find at an area where there's slightly high gravitation. So this is not like a direct readout. We can't actually see gravitation here yet, but red doesn't mean low gravity as such. What it means is comparative to the average of this surface. So red gravity here might be, I don't know, like 0.9 Earth gravity, but on another planet where the average is very high, red could be like 10 times Earth gravity. So it's more of like a comparison with other tiles on this map rather than an indication of how strong the gravity actually is at that tile. To see that, you have to pick the tile and then read it off from here, which it doesn't actually say yet, but I just haven't written that in the details. Right, what else have we got? I also changed this so that information is kind of hidden here now, which is sort of nice. I think that's all for today, guys. So just quite a few updates for our inspector for our planet, and yeah, this is just getting ready for crew landing, which I have in the works. So very soon you're going to be able to just have your ship land. You'll pick your crew, like select this guy here maybe, and then you'll just right click on the map, and if you're landed on the surface, your crew will walk over to the landing bay or loading bay, which is down here. So they'll track over here, they'll go there, and then they'll appear on this map where the ship has landed, and then they'll head off to do whatever task it is that they have. Oh, one last thing before I go, I also added roughness. So this is like our collision on here. Where's our collision icon? Here. So here we just have things are collidable or not, and there's only two colors, so either you can walk there or you can't. On the surface where you have terrain, I felt like that didn't really make sense because, you know, a crew can cross any terrain. It just might take longer, or it might be easier or harder to progress across a certain type of terrain. So we have this roughness thing. Basically green, your guy will move faster, and the more brown or these kind of darker colors will be harder for your crew to cross. So obviously a sea is going to be rougher terrain than a grassland. So that's how a collision or pathing is going to work. So if you had a guy here and you right clicked him to move there, you might find that instead of crossing over this small sea, he might decide to like head up here and track around this path and find a way that way. So that would be cool to see as well. All right. Well, that's all for this week, guys. So thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll have some more updates really soon. All right. Thanks. Bye now.